Chen Institute and Science Prize for AI Accelerated Research recognizes innovative young researchers who are developing and using transformative AI-based solutions in the physical or life sciences to accelerate or expand their research. 2026's Grand Prize winner, Dr. Sergey Stavisky, is an associate professor of neurological surgery at the University of California, Davis.
So when I first met Sergey, what really impressed me was he has a certain intensity about him, a real commitment to the challenges that he's working with in his science, and he just seems, he's very uncompromising in that regard. I thought to myself, this guy is just a force of nature.
Sergey's optimism and his excitement for trying the next thing and really staying laser focused about the mission to help people with paralysis is really impressive and something that I admire about him.
It's great working with Sergey. Being a young PI, he's up to date with what's happening in the industry, invested in our own career development, be it in both academia or industry, and also ensuring we are growing as scientists and engineers.
There are many thousands of people who have vocal tract paralysis from ALS or stroke. And for these individuals, restoring the ability to communicate fast and effortlessly is one of their top priorities. In using neurotechnology and AI, we have the opportunity to do this using a brain-computer interface.
My name is David Branton. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Neurological Surgery at University of California, Davis, and I co-direct the UC Davis Neuroprosthetics Lab together with Sergey Stavisky. The reason that the work we do is so important is because it provides hope for the millions of people facing a future with paralysis to know that one day, despite living with terrible diseases like ALS, they'll never lose the ability to communicate with their family and friends.
Sergey's work has really changed the way we think about BCIs in the sense that it's gone suddenly from this is a really amazing laboratory or clinical demonstration to now BCIs are an everyday reality.
So we're putting electrodes into the part of the brain that controls speaking, and as the person attempts to speak, we can detect the activity from hundreds of individual neurons. We can run that through AI algorithms to figure out what those patterns of neural firing mean at any given moment, and then transform that into words and sounds that are coming out of the computer. Because of overall progress in the AI field, we now can deploy at the participant's home graphics cards and processing capabilities that previously would have required a huge supercomputer. And what this means is that we can actually have these systems run locally without the internet in our participants' homes, so it's available to them 24/7 to communicate. What we've shown is that for our first clinical trial participant, he's able to use this up to 16 hours a day, almost every day, as his primary means of communication. He's talked to his daughter for the first time. He's resumed working full-time. This is really a life-changing technology.
It's really interesting to see how the sort of research questions that we want to answer goes towards interfacing with our participants and seeing the technology put forth into use by them on an everyday basis.
It's a privilege working on research that is not only at the frontier of understanding the brain, but also directly helps people. It's wonderful to see these devices actually used and to see the effect it has on our participants and their families.
One of the most amazing things about the work that we're doing is that not only are we empowering people with paralysis to communicate, but we're making fundamental discoveries about how the human brain works. We've already learned so much more about human speech, and I'm so excited for what the future could bring to teach us about human cognition and the human experience of communication.
There's still a lot of room for improvement. We can make the system more accurate, we can make it faster, we can also develop more sophisticated algorithms that identify not just the sound someone's trying to say, but actually the meaning behind it. We want it to be able to capture the full richness of the human voice, so every aspect of intonation, prosody, the slight stresses and pauses that allow us to communicate kind of depth, nuance, and emotion, all of that eventually we want to restore. And to do that, we need an even better understanding of how speech is encoded in the brain. Winning this prize to me means that the world considers our work meaningful and impactful, and that's very gratifying. Science is really hard and most things don't work. So it's really great that when there are wins, that they can be recognized through prizes like this. I think we're at the cusp of a revolution in medicine. There are so many diseases of the brain and mind that have been incompletely treated with either surgery or drugs. But fundamentally, the brain is an information processing machine. And with neurotechnology and AI, we can actually go in and interface with the brain in its natural language and modified the circuits to treat a lot of these diseases much more precisely and much more effectively.
For Sergey, I hope more of the same kind of success as he so richly deserves. He's doing just simply amazing work. He's on an incredible trajectory to change the world, and I know he will.
To learn more about the prize eligibility and submission requirements, go to cheninstitute.org/prize.